Each year in the BL world, we always get good and quality BL series from different countries and genres. It only depends on our preferences, but some BLs manage to surpass our expectations whether we prefer those kinds of shows. In this video, I'll be ranking my favorite masterpieces of BL series from different eras and how they stack up from one another. If you also have your own set of BL masterpieces, feel free to share it with us on the comment section below. Before that, some of these shows might not be available in your country due to geo-blocked restriction. If that's the case, then you might want to sign up to ExpressVPN so you can unlock these geo-blocked BL dramas. Use the link on the description below to have 49% discount plus an additional 3 months free of usage if you opt to avail the 12-month plan. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 12. Game Boys. One of the best BLs of 2020 is definitely Game Boys the series. When the pandemic hit us 2 years ago, the BL series became our scapegoat on what's happening around us. Game Boys was aired at the right time with the right plot, and it was appreciated by a lot of BL fans. The story focusing on two lovers who happened to know one another at the middle of the pandemic was something we haven't seen yet until Game Boys happened. The chemistry of the two main characters was really good even though there wasn't much of physical interaction between the two. The acting performance was also one of the key factors why Game Boys became a global hit at the time. Number 11. He's Coming to Me. This Thai BL was released 3 years ago, but it's still one of the best series we can watch even in 2022. Although the story was a bit simple, the mystery genre made it so much interesting for a lot of BL fans. Back then, the plot was kind of unique since we used to have common stories about university students. But because it involved a mystery of a dead person, it gathered a lot of attention on how it would be different as a BL series. For me, He's Coming to Me is something I could watch over and over again, not only because of its story but also of the great performances of the main actors. Number 10. Theory of Love. Unrequited love stories have always been my go-to whenever I would want to watch something or even reading books. That trope is definitely my favorite just because it hits different compared to others. Theory of Love has always been one of my favorite BL series due to its simple story and its main cast. Although some parts were kind of toxic to me, it really happens in real life because of our foolishness when it comes to love. Theory of Love may not be the best in this lineup, but it's one of the BLs that's closer to my heart. Number 9. Like in the movies. The moment I laid my eyes on this BL, I already fell in love with it. Not only because of the gorgeousness of the main actors but on how it tackled different issues when it comes to being an LGBT. Like in the movies is only a simple story between two guys who happen to live with one another and pretend to be boyfriends, but their dilemma was much more than that. Being a closeted gay isn't easy, especially when we are surrounded by judgmental people. Although it had an open ending, the overall story was satisfying. Number 8. Sotus. This Thai BL was one of the very first few BLs that I have watched when I first became as a BL fan. I always consider Sotus as one of the BLs that shaped the industry because of its huge success not only in Thailand but also internationally. This BL was released way back in 2016, but it's still one of the best I have seen even comparing to recent releases. Kong Fob and Arthid are already legendary characters in the BL world today and even for a lot of years to come. Number 7. Semantic error. Korean BLs are known for having a unique plot but always fall short when it comes to the execution. Fortunately, Semantic error managed to surpass my expectations for it because of how good the story was and the execution of the characters. The main leads definitely become my new favorite couple due to their great chemistry with one another. With the ending we got last week, I'm still hoping to see a continuation of this story in the near future. Number 6. A Tale of Thousand Stars. This list of masterpieces won't be completed if A Tale of Thousand Stars isn't included. 2021 began with A Tale of Thousand Stars and it definitely hit a lot of good qualities for a BL. This BL was more like of a cultural reset because of moving away from university BL stories. Although this was Earth and Mix's first project as a couple, the amount of chemistry they gave in this series was spectacular. Their acting performances complement their characters as well and left a positive impact to its viewers. A Tale of Thousand Stars is a pure genuine love story that goes beyond the standards of the society. Number 5. Cherry Magic. I have always been a fan of romantic comedy series and Cherry Magic definitely hit the nail on the head. Although I also like heavy drama scenes in BL series, I usually enjoy more the romance comedy scenes because it brings me comfort and joy when I watch those kinds of scenes. Cherry Magic also brought new to the table by adding supernatural genre into it and it really made a difference to the overall story. The chemistry of the main characters was also a good one even if they didn't share a kiss throughout the story. Number 4. Bad Buddy. When I first saw the trailer of the series, I thought that the story would have some heavy drama scenes but I didn't expect that it would be the otherwise. The book version was more mature when it comes to the choice of scenes but I enjoyed the series version more because the plot fits the characters of Ohm and Nanan. Their chemistry was simply the best and we could see that it was all natural. Although we won't be seeing a season 2 in the near future, I hope Ohm and Nanan would have another series as the main couple. Number 3. Light on Me. This BL is my all-time favorite Korean BL and I actually don't know why this series feels special to me. I guess it was because of being different from a lot of Korean BLs and the story was much longer compared to others. The love triangle of the main characters was actually done right and it actually divided the fans into two. I'm still hoping for a season 2 of this series with Dawn as the main character this time around. Number 2. Not Me the series. The series just ended last night and I think this is the best BL series that GMMTV has ever created yet. Not Me is actually more than just a BL because of incorporating social issues in the series. Aside from the groundbreaking plot and scenes, the acting performances of the main characters were all superb and it definitely made an impact to the overall plot of the show. Off and Gun indeed stepped up their game compared to their previous series as a couple and Not Me proves that they are always on top. Number 1. I Told Sunset About You. This Thai BL only had 5 episodes in total but those were enough to properly tell the story and their struggles. The reason why this BL still managed to be on top of my ranking is because of the quality of everything it got. The cinematography was one of the best I have ever seen in a BL that I felt it had a movie quality one. The acting was also the best in class, making it to be more relatable for the fans. I Told Sunset About You might be almost 2 years since it was released. For me it's still the series to beat. This ranking is just my preference of the BLs that I consider as masterpieces. In 2022, there are still tons of upcoming series that might change this ranking. I hope that future BLs will further improve its qualities and stories will be more unique. Thank you for watching. That's it and see you on the next one.